It's not like he's, you know, gonna be cooking in there or anything like that, but, I don't see why we can't approve this because, he has made a sincere attempt to do this the right way. It's just all these other people involved in it just haven't, done their jobs.
I'm used to doing the housing, regular housing, that kind of stuff. As far as this building, I don't have much information that I could use to really make a decision, so I'm just going to leave it at that.
Okay, well, you have just as much information as everybody. I'm just letting you know, you have just as much information as everybody up here. This is,
Okay, well, I really do think you got a bad deal. You had a really bad streak of bad luck coming your way, and I wholeheartedly think it turns around for you. But my position is the safety of our community. Would I like to see your type of business come in? Oh, without a doubt, our community needs something like this. But we also have to think, you know, you're still in the build-out phase. It's fine and dandy what you're using the building for, but what if down the line, and I hope this doesn't happen, if it doesn't work? And the building's sitting there empty, and then somebody else comes along and buys the building and wants to turn it into something else, and then they're like, oh my gosh, I want to do this, turn it into a restaurant or whatever they want to do. And they come to us and we're saying no because it doesn't have a sprinkler system in it. You know, I'm looking at down the line.
Can we propose something like if we were to sell, if it didn't work, that would be a private, like,
That,
you know.
I just
for us
don't see that.
We have to either, you know, adjust our price accordingly so they can put a sprinkler system in type deal. Because I mean, I understand that and I fully agree with that. But at the same time, if we can, you know, get through this and I think it's going to be successful, but at the same time, if it's not, and it, you know, the building has to be sold, then, you know, I have no problem with, you know, coming down on price because that's obviously a value to allow someone to, you know, have that, you're going to have to put a sprinkler system in.
Right, and I hear what you're saying, but I just don't see that that's feasible. Because, you know, again, we can't predict it, we can't predict the future. You know, life as we know it to this day is completely changed. So none of us can predict the future. All we can go on is right now. And right now, I see that building needs a sprinkler system. I'm done there.
so if there is no further discussion, I will entertain a motion one way or the other.
Mayor, I make a motion that we accept the variance at 4,700 Benzine Aluminum.
Okay, there is a motion to accept the variance. Is there a
Where
second?
can we put a stipulation on those variances?
The council can do, the council can propose, or anybody making a motion can propose.
What kind of stipulation?
That it can be nothing. That it can be nothing except activity center. No, if it's ever leased out to anyone else or sold to anyone else, they lose their variances. The sprinkler system has to go in, and you know.
I don't think we can do that because that doesn't give the option for somebody else to come back.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm asking. You know, like the chief said, once the variance goes in, it stays. And that's why I was asking if everything's stipulations.
And not only that, Councilman Morton, but just, as Mayor Pro Tem was saying, I mean, unfortunately, with what they're wanting to do, we can't, they're gonna be limited on how many people can be in there at a time. And,
Kind
We
of.
have a motion on the floor.
oh, I'm sorry, we got, can't you just, okay.
There needs to
Oh,
be
no
action
second.
on that motion before
Okay.
y'all can discuss.
Okay, so we have a motion to accept. Is there a second? All right, so that motion dies for lack of a second. So we're back to square one. So, again, I will entertain a motion one way or the other.
Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to deny the variance for the building code.
Okay, we have a motion by Mayor Pro Tem Aldridge to deny the variance to waive the requirement for the installation of an automatic sprinkler system. Is there a second? All right. We have a motion by Mayor Pro Tem Aldridge, seconded by Councilmember Grant. Is there a discussion? You can discuss if you like. Further discussion?
Like I said, I'd love to see it go in, but, you know, we gotta follow our ordinances. You know, we gotta follow our laws.
One thing I would say, it's very hard to do this. But what are we going to say to the other two people
Exactly.
that would turn it
Exactly.
down? They're gonna be up here screaming bloody murder, because it won't take a day for them to find out, I promise you. And with all due respect, I understand, I have, again, very empathy, I understand exactly what you two gentlemen are saying. But we turned down two other businesses, matter of fact, we got accused of being discriminatory. And it came to that, and I'm sorry to say that, but it looked like it. And it's hard to sit here and make these decisions, I will tell you that right now. I don't make it in any way, not against anything, anyone, anybody. I do it for what I think is the best for our city in the long run. And that's what I based it on. It has nothing to do with anything else.
Is there any other discussion? All right, we have a motion by
Are we
Mayor
able to say anything
Tim,
or not?
not while we're voting. All right, we have a motion by Mayor Pro Tem Aldridge, seconded by Councilmember Grant. Any further discussion? All right, will our city secretary please call the roll?
Mayor Pro Tem Aldridge,
This is to deny
Yes.
the waiving. Just want to make sure everybody understands what you're voting
Yeah,
on.
I'm denying it.
yes, ma'am, deny it. Okay,
Yeah.
the motion was to deny, okay. The Councilmember Hernandez,
No.
Councilmember Grant,
Yes.
Councilmember Apodaca,
No.
Councilmember Martin,
Yes.
Mayor Pierce.
Yes. All right, so unfortunately, that request has been denied to waive that requirement. I would like the city to please continue talks with the group just to make sure that they understand what process needs to happen in order to continue. And I would like if we could please address the other issues as far as the stuff that was removed and the glass, those kinds of things. All right, we will move to item 9B. Thank you very much for being here. All right, item 9B, discussion and possible action on ordinance number O-2020-889, an ordinance amending the zoning ordinance of the city of Kirby, Texas to grant specific use permit number 2020-081 for use of the property at 1488 Springfield Road, lots 8, 9, and 10, Kirby, Texas, for the purpose of pipe storage yard with a one-story office warehouse building of approximately 18,000 square feet. This would be the first reading.
Mayor, I make a motion to accept ordinance number 2020-889. All right. B, right? Well, I was reading the wrong thing, I'm so sorry. What's the, an ordinance amending the zoning ordinance of the city of Kirby, Texas to grant specific use permit number 2020-018 for the use of property at 1488 Springfield Road, lots 8, 9, and 10. Kirby, Texas, for the purpose of pipe storage yard, a one-story office / warehouse building for approximately 18,000 square feet.
All right, we have a motion by Councilmember Grant,
I'll say.
seconded by Councilmember Martin, to accept ordinance number O-2020-889, an ordinance amending the zoning ordinance of the city of Kirby, Texas to grant specific use permit number 2020-0818 for the use of the property at 1488 Springfield Road, lots 8, 9, and 10, Kirby, Texas, for the purpose of pipe storage yard with a one-story office warehouse building of approximately 18,000 square feet. As you recall, on November 19th, the City Council did vote to approve a specific use permit for the property with the condition that there cannot be any building or construction until the infrastructure is completed for the drainage. So since we had done that at the November 19th Council, this is the ordinance that puts that in place. Is there any further discussion? Will our City Secretary please call roll?
Councilmember Grant,
Yes.
Councilmember Abdalaka,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Aldrich,
Yes.
Councilmember Martin,
Yes.
Councilmember Hernandez,
Yes.
Mayor Pierce.
Yes. Ordinance number O-2020-889 passes for the first reading.
So Mr. Ryder is here, so next Thursday,
Yes.
you'll be back for the second reading, and you can sign documents that night if it passes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for attending.
Appreciate it.